And the next question will be asked by Tiffany McClellan.
What is your position on healthcare reform, and what actions do you want to take to ensure all Americans have proper and equal coverage?
Well, I think it's very important in this great country that our folks have access to the health care they need when they need it, and that our system is efficient and effective. And it has been, up to this point, anything but. It has worked for those who are fortunate enough to have great insurance or perhaps independent wealth and opportunities, but not all have had that chance. I certainly think the insurance reforms that have been passed, standing up to the insurance companies who deny coverage to people based on pre-existing conditions, that kept children with asthma from being able to see a doctor because they lack coverage or could through their life, bans the lifetime caps, the bill that also helps our seniors close that donut hole so that they no longer are making decisions about getting their medicine and paying for food or heat. So there are many things that we're on our way to improving with the health care measure that has passed. It also strengthened the solvency of Medicare, which was really important, but there is much left to do. And I'd be happy to talk about it more if we had more time.
Okay, so same question for Mr. Ganley.
I too believe that we need to have a good health care program, but I think we need to talk a little bit about money. This Obama health care caused a $569.2 billion tax increase. And the way they're attempting to cover it in this bill is a $528 billion reduction in Medicare. I don't know if all of you have read all the bill, but you need to look at it very carefully. There's also something in the Obamacare bill that says that when you sell your house, you have to pay a 3.8% tax on the price of your home. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very much in favor of healthcare. I think we need to be able to buy it across state lines. And when you do that, you make it very, very competitive. And I have one little question too. We were talking about jobs and how important they are. I think you all know that in my competitors' time, the jobs doubled, the unemployment doubled. Not jobs, but the unemployment doubled.
All right. And we have one last question, and we'll begin that question with Mr. Ganley. And the question is as such: where do you stand on the important topic of immigration enforcement and reform? What solutions can you offer?
Thank you for that question. Immigration, the interesting thing about immigration is that's how we all got here. Every single one of us have ancestors that came here through legal immigration. I'm very much in favor of bringing in more folks legally, where we need them, so that it's legal. I am against illegal immigration, and I think we need to protect our borders and encourage those folks that want to come here to do it in a legal fashion. I also think that we need to penalize the businesses that provide jobs for illegals. There's no reason that you and I should have to pay higher taxes to support any illegal endeavor, and that's of course why I'm the head of Crime Stoppers. So I would tell you, yes, I'm in favor of legal immigration. I think we can open up our borders selectively to legal immigration, and I think that that's a subject that needs to be addressed. And thank you.
Same question for Congresswoman Sutton.
Thank you. This is obviously an important question that the United States has needed to face for quite some time. I support comprehensive immigration reform. It requires that we have obviously improved and increased border enforcement. I did support adding funding at the border so that we could accomplish that part of the goal, but that is not the entire issue. We also need to make sure that we crack down on employers who exploit immigrants in this country and stop them from being able to do that frankly doesn't just exploit the immigrant, but also exploits our workers and drives down wages in an unfair way, and it must stop. We also need to make sure that those who seek the American dream are productive and constructive citizens of this country. We are a great country. Our immigration system is broken. We need responsible parties to stand up and work together to find appropriate answers that are worthy of our heritage and our future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now the closing statements. Both of the candidates will close with 1-minute statements, and we'll begin with Congresswoman Sutton.
Thank you. Again, I'm Betty Sutton, and I am so honored to have the chance to serve you. I take the responsibility very, very seriously. I come from a working class family, the youngest of 6 kids, and I know that it is not likely that somebody who doesn't come from wealth or privilege could find her way, with the support of all of you, to the United States House of Representatives. I'm honored to stand up every day and fight to make sure that we have the jobs and opportunities that we need moving forward in Northeast Ohio. Our work is not done, but I certainly have reached across the aisle and worked for solutions. We have put people back to work with the Cash for Clunkers program. 60,000 people, according to the Department of Transportation study. People are working at Ford. We're adding capacity, in fact, in the coming year because of some of the efforts that we have taken, including Cash for Clunkers. I also have fought to make sure that when we build our infrastructure in this country and we use taxpayer dollars to do it, we will also use American iron and steel and manufactured goods so our people will work in Northeast Ohio. I ask for your support. Thank you.
1 minute closing statement from Mr. Tom Ganley.
I also come from humble beginnings. My father was a mechanic on automatic pin setting machines. My mother was the waitress at the snack bar at the same location. I was not born wealthy. Ladies and gentlemen, on my opponent's watch, unemployment has doubled. We've sat here and talked about jobs, but I think the proof of ability is results. The results that you're looking at are double the unemployment in Lorain County from where it was when my opponent took over 4 years ago. Federal jobs are not jobs, they're work. We need to create jobs that have long-term sustainability, and I've done that. I have a number of employees that have been with me 40 years and 35 years and 30 years and 25 years, and there's a reason for that. And I've continued to hire during this downturn, much slower than before. But if this is about jobs, then we need to take a look at track records. And if the track record said unemployment doubled on her watch, you need to know that.
And that concludes our roundtable with the candidates for the 13th Congressional District for the U.S. Congress. I'd like to thank the candidates. I'd like to thank Tiffany McClellan for her participation.